over $3 billion. That's how much China has poured into Jamaica. Roads, highways, ports, and even bauxite mining. Could this money spark a diplomatic fallout between Jamaica and its biggest ally, the United States? And how far is Washington, D.C. willing to go to reclaim its influence? Jamaica's closest economic and political ties have been with the United States for decades. But in recent years, a different player has emerged, China. From the construction of the North-South Highway to the modernization of the Port of Kingston, China has rapidly become one of Jamaica's largest investors. While these projects promise infrastructure and jobs, they also come with strings attached. High debt, environmental concerns, and whispers of geopolitical rivalry. This isn't just about cement and steel. It's about who holds the reins of influence in the Caribbean. And Washington is watching closely. Let's break this down. First, there's the North-South Highway, a $730 million project financed and built by China Harbor Engineering Company. While it's a critical transportation link, it also represents a heavy financial burden. The high tolls have sparked widespread dissatisfaction among Jamaicans, many of whom feel excluded from the benefits of a road they helped finance through debt. Then there's the Port of Kingston. With over $1 billion invested, China Merchant Port Holdings has positioned Jamaica as a critical hub in its global trade network. Yet, the control of such a vital national asset by a foreign entity raises questions about sovereignty and long-term economic implications. JISCO's $299 million acquisition of the Alpart Alumina Refinery illustrates another layer of complexity. Bauxite is Jamaica's second-largest industry, but the environmental cost of mining and refining has sparked outrage. From polluted rivers to disrupted communities, these projects highlight the challenges of balancing economic growth with sustainability. Beyond infrastructure, China's investments touch nearly every corner of Jamaican life. Industrial parks, telecommunications, and even a children's hospital in Montego Bay. On paper, it's a win-win. In reality, it's a geopolitical chess game where Jamaica is the board. Here's where it gets sticky. The Trump administration, known for its America First rhetoric, viewed Chinese expansion as a direct challenge to U.S. influence. Jamaica's location in the Caribbean makes it a strategic asset for global trade and security, particularly given its proximity to the Panama Canal. For Washington, Chinese investments represent more than economic partnerships. They are potential footholds for Beijing in America's backyard. Infrastructure like the North-South Highway and the Port of Kingston could theoretically have dual uses in the future, fueling U.S. concerns about security risks. From a trade perspective, the U.S. also sees these investments as undermining its economic leverage. China's Belt and Road Initiative, BRI, is shifting global power dynamics by securing critical industries and trade routes, leaving Washington scrambling to counteract its rivals' influence. For Jamaica, navigating these waters is no small task. On one hand, Chinese investments are transforming the island's infrastructure and economy. On the other, over-reliance on one partner risks economic dependency and limits sovereignty. Meanwhile, Washington's unease over Beijing's growing footprint could force Kingston into a corner, asking it to pick sides. Let's not forget the debt factor. Jamaica's $730 million obligation from just one highway project is a stark reminder of the financial risks tied to Chinese deals. Critics warn that debt diplomacy could give Beijing undue influence over Jamaican policies, potentially aligning Kingston's global stance closer to China's interests. Then there's the social aspect. Many of these projects rely heavily on imported Chinese labor, sidelining local workers and fueling resentment. While the infrastructure improvements are undeniable, the question remains, are they worth the trade-offs? Before we discuss the implications of these investments, please subscribe so you can stay informed about Jamaica's role in global affairs and the forces shaping its future. Let's explore these critical topics together. Here are some potential solutions if there are escalating tensions during President Donald Trump's second term in office. 1. Diversification of partnerships. Jamaica must attract investments from a broader range of partners to reduce reliance on any single country. This could include seeking funding from Europe, Canada, or even regional players like CARICOM. 2. Stronger contract transparency. Clear, enforceable terms for all investment agreements can mitigate debt risks and ensure local benefits. Transparency also builds public trust and avoids backroom deals that favor foreign interests. 3. Engaged diplomacy. Jamaica should proactively engage both China and the US to maintain balanced relationships. Kingston can negotiate from a position of strength by emphasizing its sovereignty and strategic importance. Now for some bonus facts. 1. China's Belt and Road Initiative has expanded to over 140 countries, often focusing on strategic locations like Jamaica. 2. The Port of Kingston's modernization aims to handle post-Panamax vessels, cementing its role as a logistics hub in the Americas. 3. Despite Chinese investments, the US still accounts for nearly 40% of Jamaica's imports, highlighting the ongoing economic interdependence between the two nations. Jamaica stands at a crossroads, with Chinese billions on one side and Washington's watchful eye on the other. Its choices will shape the island's future for decades. The challenge lies in leveraging these investments while safeguarding its sovereignty and environment. Will Jamaica rise to the occasion, or could the tug-of-war between superpowers leave it caught in the middle? What do you think? Should Jamaica continue embracing Chinese investments, or should it tread more cautiously? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into Jamaica's evolving story.